So the teams taken to the field. Altrincham, the first team out, wearing their Cold Shield tracksuit tops. Closely followed by Liverpool, of course, in their very familiar all-red strip. Liverpool with 3 changes from their normal full-strength lineup today. And the Liverpool lineup: in goal, Ray Clemens; number 2, Phil Neal; 3, Alan Kennedy; 4, Colin Irwin; 5, Ray Kennedy; 6 is Richard Money; 7, Kenny Dalglish; 8, Sammy Lee; 9, David Johnson; 10 is Terry McDermott; and 11 is Jimmy Case, and the Liverpool substitute, David Fairclough. On to the Altrincham lineup. In goal, John Connaughton; number 2, Stan Allen; wearing 3, John Davison; 4, having passed a late fitness test, Malcolm Bailey; 5, John Owens; 6, the skipper, John King; 7 is Graham Barrow; 8, Graham Heathcote; 9, Jeff Johnson; 10, John Rogers; 11 is Barry Howard; and the Altrincham substitute is Barry Whitbread. So the Altrincham with a full-strength team today, but Liverpool with, as I said previously, 3 players missing. Phil Thompson still out with that collarbone injury. Alan Hansen still out with injury, and Graham Souness, who was in the dressing rooms before the match today, he's out also. But nevertheless, a still formidable lineup for Liverpool, for the Altrincham Robins to take on today. And the referee, Mr. Farley, calls the 2 captains together. Ray Kennedy for Liverpool in the absence of Phil Thompson, who's still injured. And Johnny King for Altrincham. Johnny King himself, pretty seasoned campaigner. Just now waiting for the whistle as the Kop get into great voice. And away we go with this FA Cup 3rd round tie here on the 5th of January 1981. Kenny Dalglish in space, and straight away within a few seconds Liverpool caught offside from what looked like a bit of a set piece there as they made their first attack. And so it's a free kick, of course, to Altrincham, and the ball going back to John Connaughton in the Altrincham goal. Of course, Altrincham will be looking to contain Liverpool for the first few minutes. It would be absolutely disastrous, of course, if Altrincham were to give away a goal in the very early stages. So the ball in the Liverpool half. A good head on there, and obviously Johnny King with the ball now, but robbed there by Sammy Lee, and Lee getting the ball through to Dalglish, and a run on there, and once again Dave Johnson caught offside. A nice through ball there from Kenny Dalglish, and this is something that the Altrincham players, they're going to have to guard against, but they have been marshalling their defence pretty well in the first couple of minutes, and twice in fact have had David Johnson offsides. Terry McDermott, one of the midfield generals here for Liverpool. That ball in, but an awful lot of speculative balls going in the opening few minutes from Liverpool, and that must give Altrincham a bit of heart. A long through ball there, looking for Barry Howard. Graham Heathcote there with a shot. Oh, and a cracking shot there too that had Ray Clemens troubled there for a second, and that's the kind of shot that in these conditions of a very gusty wind, well, that's the kind of shot that can very easily win matches in these conditions. Dalglish with a shot, appeared to be saved there by John Connaughton, and a very important save it was, diving to his right, getting a hand to the ball. But that's the kind of dangerous counter-attack that Liverpool are capable of, and that Altrincham are really going to have to watch this afternoon. So, play switching from one end to the other. Good entertainment so far. Liverpool pushing up to the halfway line, the long ball through from Alan Kennedy. And a nice timely boot in there from John Owens as Altrincham attempt to clear the lines. Jimmy Case and the experience of the Liverpool players showing in the way that they make space. Sammy Lee in particular, and Kenny Dalglish has shown a nice couple of touches, but of course that's the kind of thing that you expect to see from a side of the status of Liverpool. Jimmy Case once again seeing an awful lot of the ball in this first half. Phil Neal going in, his attempted shot blocked there by John Owens. But it's a goal kick anyway. Well, once again, Liverpool concentration on this right-hand side of the field. Case with the long centre in, looking for the head of Ray Kennedy. It gets there. Well, no foul given. Dalglish making the most of the tackle, and perhaps that's one reason why he didn't get the free kick. And Liverpool in possession. David Johnson striking the player. Well, certainly a lot of pressure coming now from Liverpool, and Altrincham are going to have to use all their skills if they're going to weather this storm. Well, Kennedy going down there, no foul given, and a little bit of defensive action there from Alan Kennedy as he has to put the ball back to Ray Clements. Certainly a fighting display so far in the first quarter of an hour here at Anfield by Altrincham. As Case makes space for himself, and the ball going through there, the ball really ran for Liverpool there. And perhaps justice that the Robins were able to get it away. So Richard Money on the ball. Sammy Lee into McDermott. McDermott, although he didn't know it himself, had a good opportunity there to turn inside. David Johnson going in with a header, but the ball cleared once again. Tremendous play so far by the Robins defence. Well, Phil Neal with a long, high, difficult ball, brilliantly controlled there by Jimmy Case. That really was masterful control. Dalglish in, tremendous turn by Dalglish. Aiming for the far corner with a little bit of turn on the ball. That was classic stuff there from Kenny Dalglish, but the ball going a couple of yards wide of the far post there. Throw in then. Oh, and a nice back header there that was almost caught Ray Clements unawares, but pair of the safest hands in the business, of course. Ray Clements and Liverpool once again come away, but a nice little bit of attack there by Altrincham. McDermott in possession. The long ball going into Dalglish. That was more positional play as much as anything else. A sign of a team that plays together for many, many matches and really lives and plays together completely as a team. With the Liverpool club having watched the last 2 or 3 matches that Altrincham have been involved in, that they've decided upon some tactical moves that involve the great use of the right wing, and of course Jimmy Case has seen an awful lot of the ball in the 21 minutes we've had so far. 20 minutes gone there, no score. Liverpool 0, Altrincham 0. It's Richard Money. The ball going through eventually to Kenny Dalglish. Dalglish in with a shot, a powerful shot too, but always going over. And the Altrincham defence keeping him well away from having a clear shot at goal. So a bit of a speculative shot there by Kenny Dalglish. But of course the main priority for Altrincham today is to prevent Liverpool from scoring. That is their main priority. And what scenes there would be, of course, if Altrincham were to win today. Replay, of course, if it is a draw today, would be a beautiful through ball there today. And the goal, an opening goal there from Liverpool. A tremendously worked goal there from McDermott. The pass inside, the nice 1-2. and like a flash, the ball was in the Altrincham net, giving John Connaughton absolutely no chance. So a throw to Liverpool with 10 minutes to go to half-time. And a brilliant cross that is to Ray Kennedy. Kennedy with the header, getting under it slightly, and the header going high, but a nice move, a nice beautiful cross ball right to the head of Ray Kennedy. Of course, always very dangerous indeed with his head. (1-0) to Liverpool then the score. Johnson and the free kick given against Mal Bailey that time. Bailey, who was still troubled by the knock that he got in the first half. And visibly limping even now. And he'll be glad, I'm sure, of some treatment at half-time. Altrincham coming away. Barry Howard on the run with a player onto his right. And a shot there just sizzles over the crossbar there. Ray Clements absolutely furious with his defence. I realise a good break and a good brave break there by Altrincham. And the shot not too far over after all. Kick quickly taken. Barry Howard, nice little jinking run by Barry Howard. King with the ball out. John Davison with a mistimed kick there, miscued completely. When Altrincham were building up quite a nice bit of impetus there, getting towards the Liverpool area. Johnny King going in powerfully there. Might not be the quickest player on the field, but he's certainly a very powerful player indeed. Dalglish. The ball virtually perfectly into the stride there of Ray Kennedy. Sammy Lee, midfield general. Covered almost every inch of this pitch so far in the majority of the first half that we've had already. The ball going through Dalglish, misses it. And indeed, the ball put out for a corner. So Liverpool going close again. Goal number 2, out of the blue. Well, the Altrincham defence caught napping, I suppose. But an extremely good back-headed flick there by Kenny Dalglish, and that's the kind of thing that often catches goalkeepers so unawares. But the ball put in, unlike lightning, it was off the top of Dalglish's head and into the back of the net for number 2 for Liverpool. Well, Altrincham really with a mountainous task now. 2 goals down to Liverpool, and a bit of slack play in there in defence. That's the one thing they can do without. Jimmy Case, out McDermott. Well, may have looked very close to the post to most of the crowd, but as we could see from our camera angle, that was a couple of yards wide of the post, and the kind of ball that John Connaughton had covered anyway. But once again, Liverpool looking pretty dangerous and putting on the pressure just before the half-time break. Well, not like a heading duel there between the referee and Jeff Johnson. And that brought a tremendous save there from Ray Clements. A really great shot there from John Rogers. It was headed, it was destined for the top corner until Clements tipped it over the bar. So Altrincham looking dangerous immediately before the break, and if only they could pull back 1 goal, it would put them in with another really good chance in the second half here at Anfield. Rogers again, in with a shot. The shot was blocked. The ball runs for Liverpool. It goes to Sammy Lee on the halfway line. David Johnson in possession with 4 men, 5 Liverpool men, 6 men in the Altrincham half. Kennedy putting it out to Lee on the left wing. Lee switches inside, gets it over onto his right foot. Kennedy again. The centre into McDermott. Right onto the head to McDermott. He virtually had a clean view of the goal there, but glanced his header and glanced it well wide. So the half-time whistle goes, and as the teams go in for what will be, I'm sure, a very good talking to from their respective managers. The cheers come up from Altrincham. Liverpool go in with a 2-goal lead. The first goal coming from Terry McDermott after a beautiful 1-2 between himself and Kenny Dalglish, and the second goal coming from Dalglish himself with a reverse flashing header to give Liverpool a 2-goal lead at half-time, and Altrincham with quite a task on their hands for the second half to come. The half-time score, Liverpool 2, Altrincham 0. So the teams take the field for the second half, and Altrincham defending the goal to our left, where in the white strip, of course, Liverpool to our right, playing in the all red strip. And a pretty strong wind, although it's subsided a little from how it was in the first half, is in the favour, generally speaking, of Altrincham in the second half. Well, John Connaughton getting an early feel of the ball. And a nice through ball there, no doubt to Tony Sanders, the Altrincham manager, has given the team quite a pep talk during the half-time break. John Connaughton with the kick. The ball seeming to hang in the wind there. The wind is swirling around the stadium down below there at pitch level. Ray Kennedy with a shot that's well wide. He appealed for the corner, but he went through the legs of, clean through the legs of the Altrincham player. Wow. Well, quite a few of the people in the Cup, I'm sure, had their hearts in their mouths there as the ball almost came through to Graham Barrow. Ball eventually put out for a corner. So a bit of pressure from Altrincham early on in the second half. Well, dear me, that was headed off the line. Well, there are the Altrincham supporters. They're really getting behind their team now. Johnny King, the heading on, and a brilliant save there, and it needed a brilliant save too from Ray Clements. A diving cat-like save there from international goalkeeper Ray Clements to stop that header from going into the net, and a really enterprising opening by Altrincham that's really putting Liverpool under pressure. Well, support's there for the Robins, and you can hear it. McDermott in possession, coming forward, thundering forward. Dalglish going in, and it's a goal. The second one from Kenny Dalglish, and it looks so simple. The Altrincham defence was stretched. Liverpool broke. And it was there, a simple movement to the middle. Dalglish taking the ball, taking the cross on the right on the half volley and side foot into the back of the net. Liverpool 3, Altrincham 0. Well, Liverpool may have looked a little suspect in the opening few minutes of the first half here, but they really put their game together this afternoon in the latter stages of the first half and in this start of the second half. And, well, I can think of very few First Division teams who would have lived with Liverpool. Oh, and a tremendous save there from John Connaughton from that header by Richard Money. Liverpool now throwing most players forward. Richard Money, midfield player, getting into the penalty area, getting into a scoring position, and the ball brilliantly turned over the bar there by John Connaughton. So the corner to Liverpool. And a player going down there could... well, it's Alan Kennedy putting the ball in. Colin Irwin going in. A nice stop once again by the Altrincham keeper, Connaughton. And so he's certainly played his part today in this Altrincham side. The flag up for offside as Irwin trying to put McDermott through to Johnny King. It's left once again. The difference between the main difference between the two sides today has shown itself in experience and in terms of anticipation and reading the game at this level, and that's where Liverpool have really counted. They've been able to read the passes that Altrincham have been planning and putting together. They've produced quite a lot of interceptions and set their own midfield and forwards on the way to the other end, and at the moment Altrincham 3 goals down. Howard just outside the area, firing in a shot that Clements had covered, but nevertheless was only a couple of yards wide of Clements's right-hand post. Stanella, nice through ball there. Touched out of play by Alan Kennedy for a throw then to Altrincham. Jeff Johnson getting past Kennedy this time. And a great shot there. That was a really terrific shot. Going not too far wide of the Liverpool post. And it's the Altrincham fans who are in good voice at this stage, even though their team are 3 goals down. The ball coming loose. Clements losing his grip on that ball. Liverpool coming away again. Dalglish was in fact in an offside position. The referee plays advantage, and Altrincham are through. Brought down, and it's a penalty. It's a penalty. Clements brought him down, and Altrincham have a penalty. Well, this in itself will virtually make the trip worthwhile for these Altrincham fans. Ray Kennedy then coming away with the ball out to David Johnson on the left wing. Johnson going inside, beating a 1-man, beating 2 men. having to be brought down by Stan Allen. Allen with the rather ruthless challenge there. So from considering a goal, Liverpool come back to the other end in a rather dangerous position, some 20 yards out, with a direct free kick. And of course, any one of the three players involved. John Connaughton anticipating that superbly as Dalglish putting a nicely weighted shot towards a far corner with a little bit of swerve on the ball, but Connaughton saw it coming and had it covered all the way. Case with a beautiful ball through there, right into the path of McDermott. McDermott with a cross in. Johnson unable once again to get to the cross. Ball cleared. The ball well between the knees now of Johnny King, and Altrincham coming out of it. John Rogers on the right, well, trying for a shot rather than a cross. Perhaps the cross might have been more fruitful. Nevertheless, in this kind of situation, when a opportunity arises, you take that chance. And yes, indeed, it's John Rogers going through with a left foot shot, and only a superb save to his diving to his right by Ray Clemens saved Altrincham from scoring their second goal. That really was a brave break on there. A nice bit of work by John Rogers, one of the most lethal goal scorers in the Alliance Premier League. And well, certainly Ray Clemens has played his part today for Liverpool in keeping the scoreline to Liverpool 3, Altrincham 1. Free kick then to Liverpool, taken by Ray Kennedy. And a nice rescuing header there, although the ball is in possession of the Liverpool players once again. Lee has seen so much of the ball. Really, he's really earned his wages today. Kennedy in with a cross. Ball headed out. Richard Money on the half volley. A good attempt there by Richard Money, who's had a good game for Liverpool, going to replace Alan Hansen. Money inside to McDermott to Dalglish, and Liverpool seemingly content to keep possession in the closing few minutes. Nice bit of positional play there by Ray Kennedy as he finds Jimmy Case. Case having switched over to the left-hand side of the field for the first time this afternoon. Dalglish plays the ball out to Case. Case going into the byline, pulling it back. A nice chip in. And the goal there, the fourth goal for Liverpool for Ray Kennedy. And that came at the end of some very impressive interpassing indeed, and some play that sums up really what Liverpool are all about, and that is experience, having been together for a number of years. They play together as a team, they play superbly as a team, and that's a beautiful move that ended in the goal from Ray Kennedy, number 4, Liverpool 4, Altrincham 1. The Altrincham fans, never say die fans, still cheering their team on. They'll cheer them on to the bitter end. But it's been a competent display by Liverpool this afternoon. They haven't necessarily been devastating. They've looked quite frustrated by their own inadequacies at times, particularly in the first half in attack. But they've hit back in their best and most positive style, and usually when Altrincham have gone to the other end and they've just counter-attacked and come back with some really sweet moves that their players all about. Referee Mr. Farley blows for time. The Altrincham dream is at an end once again, this time for the third successive year. And the Kop salutes the men of Altrincham.
Play, lads. Well done, John.